Good morning, driving intelligence community. I have a 2006 CTS-v that needs a radiator flush. This is a little more complicated than a lot of the vehicles I've done because there is not a drain valve on the radiator. So you have to remove the lower radiator hose, and there's some other components that need to be removed in order to accomplish this task. So I'm going to go through this. The vehicle's got about 99,000 miles on it. I don't know what's happened to it since about 45,000 miles because nothing's been, at least that fluid hasn't been changed since the car was purchased at 45,000 miles. So we'll see how the fluid looks and follow along as we replace this fluid and make sure it'll last another 100,000 miles. The Z06 engine that was crammed into this 2006 CTSV has a reasonably robust cooling system. The problem is there's no drain cock at the bottom. So in order to drain the fluid, you'll have to pull one of the hoses off the bottom after removing the valence. And here is where the refill is. So we'll be going through that as I take this apart. The lower valence has been removed, and that's pretty simple. You just take all these push pins out and it falls right into your face. Here you'll see the only way to drain the radiator is by removing the lower radiator hose and draining it into a bucket and disposing of it responsibly. After draining all the old coolant out of the engine, I flushed it a few times with the hose, and now I'm running Prestone Super Clean. I'm going to run with this for a few days. This is a previously used vehicle, and I'm not sure how well it was maintained before I got it, but I did notice that the fluid looked pretty good. But I'm not going to take any chances. As a recap, I did completely drain all the fluid and replace with water, and I've also put a Prestone radiator flush treatment in there. I'm going to run this for several days to make sure it's good and clean, make sure the heater core is good and clean, and then phase 2 will involve putting the fluid back in. Things I like to do while I'm underneath here. This was extremely rusty. I think I showed that previously. We're in a flushing phase of this. We're putting water into the reservoir, continuous flow, taking off the upper radiator hose into the radiator, and we're just going to let this flush. I've already let it flush for a while, so the water's coming out pretty clear now. But you want to flush this continuously until you get a clear stream of water coming out of that. That indicates that all the previous flushing chemicals have been removed from the engine. After flushing the engine and radiator while the engine's running, as I've shown, you should replace your thermostat. I'm replacing this one. This car has 99,000 miles on it. I didn't want to take a chance on putting fresh radiator fluid in there and not having a properly running thermostat. This is a little difficult to get to, especially that lower bolt. I cracked that bolt loose to make sure I could get it loose. Then I took this one completely out, which gave me a little bit of leeway to get to pull the thermostat housing out and push down. But I also removed the upper radiator hose, which gave me more clearance to get to the thermostat housing. Just a little tip on that one. Otherwise, you can take the belt off, but this cooling fan really is in the way. It makes for a very somewhat difficult job to get it out if you've got bigger hands. New thermostat has been installed to stock specifications. One thing I didn't mention, I put this in dry. There is a pretty robust gasket or seal that goes with the thermostat, and it fits tightly in there, so this thing should not leak. But the sealing surfaces, the gasket surfaces, need to be properly and effectively cleaned. There was a lip in there that had a lot of material that I had to clean out with a Dremel brush, a light brush, not a heavy brush, to make sure you don't score the aluminum. And then tighten it up. Thanks for watching this video about the CTSV radiator flush. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below.
And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bar so you get notified when I put out more driving intelligence videos.